Happy Valley just had a city meeting about e-bikes, and let me tell you, things are changing. People are fired up, residents showed up, and now the city is writing new rules. If you ride one, walk the trails, live in Happy Valley, or are thinking of moving here, this video is for you. In this video, we'll discuss what an e-bike actually is, what class your e-bike falls into, where you can and cannot ride here in Happy Valley, and my honest takes as someone who's lived here for most of my life. Let's go. Hey, if you're new here, I'm Marshall Abbott, licensed Oregon real estate broker in the Portland metro area. I cover what it's actually like to live here. The neighborhoods, the schools, the trails, weird city meetings that end up mattering more than you think. Real quick, I'm a real estate broker, not a lawyer. Nothing in this video is legal advice. I'm just a guy that grew up here breaking down what's going on. For all the official stuff, check out the links in the description. Now, let's actually get into it. Okay, so not every electronic bike you see is technically an e-bike. Oregon has an actual legal definition. Basically, it has to have real pedals, a motor under 1,000 watts, and a motor has to stop helping you at a certain set speed. If it doesn't, Oregon calls it a moped or a motorcycle. Different rules, different story. Oregon breaks e-bikes into 3 categories. Class 1, pedal assist, cuts off at 20 miles an hour, no throttle, mostly trail friendly. Class 2 adds a throttle, keeps it under 20 miles per hour. Class 3, pedal assist, goes up to 28 miles an hour, faster, but there are more restrictions on where you can and cannot ride. Knowing what e-bike class you're riding changes everything. Those fast, heavy, high-powered electric dirt bikes that you see flying around, legally not e-bikes. Oregon classifies them as motor vehicles, and they need registration. They're not allowed on bike paths or shared trails. I know that's going to ruffle some feathers, but that's the law. So here's what's going on. On April 9th, 2026, Happy Valley's Traffic and Public Safety Committee had a whole meeting just about e-bikes. Residents showed up, police were there, city staff. Real conversation about what was working and what wasn't, and what to do about it. The city is now actively writing new local ordinances. They're not here yet, but they are coming. From what came out of that meeting, people weren't saying, ban e-bikes. They were saying, let's be smarter about this. More education, especially for kids and parents, some restrictions on specific spots like trails and boardwalks where pedestrians are mixed in, and real consequences for reckless riding. It's a pretty reasonable take, honestly. Oregon just passed a new law, House Bill 4007, that lowers the minimum age for the rider of a Class 1 e-bike from 16 down to 14. But here's the thing that Happy Valley parents need to hear. The law doesn't kick into effect until January of 2027. Right now, in Happy Valley, the minimum age is still 16 for all classes. So don't let your 14-year-old ride solo just yet. Class 1 and Class 2, pretty flexible. Roads, bike lanes, most shared paths. Class 3, stick to the road. Here's the statewide rule that surprises people. No e-bikes on sidewalks, anywhere. That's Oregon law. In Happy Valley, the new ordinance may also restrict certain trails and boardwalks once finalized. Watch for posted signs. They matter. Look, I walk these trails too. A lot of us do. And a Class 3 bike going 28 miles per hour, passing you on a narrow path with your kid or dog, it's not okay. As a pedestrian, stay aware of blind corners. As a driver, give e-bikes real space. They're faster than regular bikes. And if you genuinely see dangerous riding, the city says to call 911, not a complaint form, 911. Wear a helmet. Oregon doesn't require it for adults, but at those speeds, it's just common sense. Know the class of your e-bike and where it's allowed. Yield to walkers on shared paths. Say, on your left. It takes 1 second to avoid so many near misses. And don't ride drunk. Yes, DUI applies to e-bikes too. Free safety courses are linked in the description below. Okay, real talk for a second. We've covered the rules, but what I actually want to talk about is what this says about Happy Valley right now. because I think that's something that most people are missing. Stick with me for a minute, it's worth it. Based on what came out of that April meeting, expect new ordinances to focus on three main things: rules for reckless riding, education programs for kids starting as early as this summer, and restrictions on certain spots like boardwalks and busy trail segments. This isn't a ban. It's the city getting ahead of a real problem before someone gets seriously hurt. The city's already pointing people towards free e-bike safety courses, commute options, e-bike smarts, and street trust. Clackamas County is also applying for a grant to fund local safety programs starting in July 2026. There's real momentum, and honestly, I'd love to see this become part of what Happy Valley is known for, a community that gets it right. Here's my honest take. As someone who grew up here, and not just as a real estate broker, Happy Valley is one of the fastest growing cities in Oregon because people genuinely want to live here. The trails, the parks, the sense of community, that stuff matters. Getting e-bike rules right protects all of that. And when I'm talking to buyers looking to move to Happy Valley, safe, accessible neighborhoods with good community infrastructure, that's exactly what they're looking for. Okay, quick recap. 3 classes of e-bikes, different rules for each. Minimum age in Happy Valley is still 16, regardless of what you may have heard about the state law changing, at least for now. No e-bikes on sidewalks, period. Reckless riding, call 911. And new local ordinances are being written right now, so stay plugged in. Links for everything are in the description. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Happy Valley or anywhere in the Portland Metro, I'd love to help. I'm Marshall Abbott, local guy, licensed broker, and I know this because I've lived it. Links are in the description. Talk soon. If this was helpful, hit like. It genuinely helps other people in the community find this. And subscribe if you want to keep up with what is actually happening here in Happy Valley and the Portland Metro. And don't forget to drop a comment to tell us what you want to hear about next.